Oh, good morning. Happy Halloween, everybody. Okay, we are almost ready to get started. In fact, we are ready. So, take your feet hip width. Here we go, we're doing it. Big deep breath. So I have my ball out for inner thighs, but you can use a Pilates ring or whatever you have. And then just light and medium weights. And then one band, the small bands. One more deep breath. This time we're going to take it all the way down. You're going to relax your head, just look through your knees to the back of the room, just sort of chill out here. If you can, you want to have your legs straight. So try to unweight the upper body if you're feeling ready to do so. Get some good length into the back of these legs. Now, keeping your legs straight, take your hands to the floor and start walking them forward. When you get to the front of your mat, step your feet back, hang out in a high plank position. And now take it to a down dog. And then come back to plank. And just start moving nice and slow, forward and back. Really try to engage through the belly so you're pulling it up and in. Your legs are straight while you do this. When you're in plank, you want to be driving your heels down so you get that nice stretch in your calves. Okay, on this next one, from plank, you're going to walk your hands backwards to your feet, keeping those legs straight. Now you're going to inhale to a flat back, and then exhale, fold back down again. And just keep repeating. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. While you fold down, try to shift your hips backwards. Let's do 2 or 3 more. And on this last one, you're going to hold it up and walk your fingers forward and shift your hips backwards. And now do a nice reverse swan dive all the way back up. Sweep your arms up towards the ceiling, get them nice and straight. And then bring your hands to heart and pick up your left foot. You're going to circle your ankle. And then go the other way. And then point and flex. Should feel good. Do the same on the opposite side. Switch. And then point and flex. Nice. Now you're going to take your right hand to your right foot. Back behind you. Big stretch here for the front part of the leg. Sweep this other arm out to the side. And then up. Just hold on this spot for a second. Now we're going to take the left arm down. You're going to bring that right knee up and into your chest, clasping the fingers around the knee. Just hold here for a sec. Nice. Big deep breath. And slow swan dive all the way down. Relax the head. And now inhale to a flat back. And fold back down. And inhale, look up. And fold back down. And one more time. This time, hold it up. Drift the hips back. Walk the hands forward. Straighten your legs. Hold on this spot. Make sure your head is in a position where your neck feels like it's just chilling. Now, from here, do a nice slow reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip the palms, reach for the ceiling. Nice. Now pick up your left knee. Grab hold of the foot and sweep the right arm out to the side and straight up. Just hold here. And now we're going to take that knee clasp your fingers together, bring that knee up to the chest. As high as you can go, crowd out that chest that you're standing nice and tall. Whoops. And then take it back down. Turn and face the side and take your feet far apart. I want you to still feel stable though, like don't go so far that you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? Now shift your hips backwards and take your fingertips to the floor. Walk them as far forward as you can and shift your hips as far back as you can. You're just going to hold on this spot. We want to have straightness in the legs. Make sure the head is relaxing your neck. So wherever you hold it is fine by me. Keep trying to drift backwards. Walk the hands a little more forward if you can. Get that big tug of war going on here. Nice. Now walk your hands to the front of the mat. Turn your feet to face forward. You're in a runner's lunge. Right palm down on the floor. Sweep your left palm up to the ceiling. And then take it back down and do it again 2 more times. Opening that chest to face the left side of your room. 1 more. Okay, step back to plank. And take it to a down dog. Drive the heels towards the floor. Walk your feet forward. Inhale to a flat back. And fold back down. Turn now towards, so you're facing the left side of your room. Take those feet far apart. Shift those hips backwards, walk the fingers forward. Make sure you're relaxing your head. Try to go a little further forward with the hands and a little further back with the hips. Legs are nice and straight. Great job. Okay, take the hands forward, turn your feet to face forward. You're back to that runner's lunge. Left hand down, right arm opening up towards the ceiling and back down to the floor. Do it a couple of more times. Now let's all meet in a plank position. We're going to do a nice little hover and then go straight to your up dog. Hold on this spot, relax the knees to the floor. Try to proud out the chest and broaden through the shoulders. Now I'm actively trying to pull my belly in as I hold this. Now I'm going to tuck my toes under, shift my hips backwards towards the heels. And just hold on this spot, relaxing your chest down towards the floor. Now, come up onto all fours, and you're going to do some cat-cows. So really give me a big arch, and then reverse it. Pull that belly up and in, pushing away from the floor, shifting the hips back a bit, and then dropping into the shoulders. Do it 1 more time. And now in this quadruped position with your spine neutral, drop into the shoulders so you lower the chest towards the floor and push away. It's just scapular mobility. So just keep doing it. Just keep doing it because it's good for you. A few more times. Your arms are staying straight, but don't walk out. Okay, let's hold a neutral spine and elevate off the knees, just an inch. And now go to a small downward dog. Straighten out your legs, heels down. Now shift your feet back a little bit if you can. just to the point where you're not sure if those heels can get down. But push them towards the floor. And now hold on that spot. Straighten out through the knees. Now elevate nice and high on the toes. And draw the heels down. Keep going. Okay, stay up high on the toes. Drive the heels down. Now walk your feet towards your hands. You're going to inhale, look up. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip the arms, reach for the ceiling. And then relax. Nice job. Okay, that's your warm up. You ready? Get your heavy weights. 2 of them. 2 of them. We're going to start with a single leg squat. So I'm going to kickstand my left foot to begin. I'm going to hold the weights by my side. I'm going to hip hinge, lifting the back leg off the floor till I feel like my body's parallel to the floor. And I'm going to bend my right leg and straighten it. And I'm going to do it 3 times, nice and slow and in control. And if you have to keep that left foot or the toes on the floor to help you balance, go ahead and do that. Once you've done 3 on that leg, kickstand the right foot. Start your hip hinge, lifting the leg towards the back of the room. Once you feel like you're parallel, start your squats. Nice and slow. Just 3. Now come back with both feet on your floor and give me 3 squats. You decide on your range. You want to continually try to improve it. Now we're going to do 3 deadlifts, shifting the hips backwards. And I'm not moving quickly. Just easing into it. Nice. Extend the left foot. Give me that hip hinge. Come down and give me 3 little squats here. And you know what really helps you hold the balance is getting your back leg engaged. Other side. So if you're just floating that leg, try to straighten it and activate muscle. Nice. Now give me 3 squats. And let's take it to 3 deadlifts. And let's do this 1 more round. Kickstand the left foot. Start your hip hinge. 3 bends in that leg. And then other side. Back up. Let's do these 3 squats. And finish this little routine with our 3 deadlifts. Pushing those hips backwards, weighting into the heels. Nice job. Okay, put these down. We're going to give our hands a break. Whew. So much work for those hands. Okay, we're on to inner thighs. So get your Pilates ring or your ball. Also get your band handy because we're going to use it right after for our hips. So here we go. You're down on the floor. You're working your inner thighs. Squeeze. So you got your butt on the floor, low back skin pressing down, belly, of course, pressing down. You're going to squeeze and release. So when you release, try to go a little slower. So it's just not a let go. Try to relax the upper body, keep your chest nice and proud. Okay, so on this squeeze, pull it in, squeeze it as hard as you can, and then start to pulse out a little bit, and then right back in. Now go back to full range. So let it go, and then starting from scratch, squeeze it in, and then let it go slowly, and repeat. So right now, it's like 2 counts in, 2 counts out. You're tilting your pelvis up so you feel the lower back on the floor, right? Okay, now on this next one, hold it in as tight as you can. And now add that little movement. Nice, now go back to your full range. We're doing one more round of this. And then we're moving on to the opposing muscle, which are your outer hips or glutes. So give me 10 more on 2 counts, in and 2 counts out. And then we're going to finish with that nice little pulse. Hopefully you're feeling this. Okay, I have 2 more to do and then I'm pulsing. Here we go, finish strong. Okay, put that off to the side. Let's grab your band. We're moving on. So put it right above your ankles. Take your legs straight up towards the ceiling. And then move them forward till you feel the belly get tight. And once you've got that going on, make sure you keep pressing the belly down as you open and close. So you're going to go the same pace we did on the ball, which means right now you're working your full range. And you're coming in with resistance. So you're just not letting it go. We have 3 rounds. Keep those legs straight. And if you can move them a little more forward to make it harder to keep your low back on the floor, why not? Good to switch up the angle. Okay, let's hold it out and let's do that little pulse. It's very small. Okay, come back slowly and open back out as wide as you can. Gotta make each one of these special. It's your job. Really good to train all these itty bitty muscles. Super duper for you. You hopefully are feeling like it's getting harder to open them up just as wide as when you started. Now hold them out and give me that little movement. hold it, and then release it. And right back for your final round, opening as wide as you can, bringing it back together with resistance. You gotta fight for these. You have 3 more, and then you do your final pulse. Make sure you're trying as hard as you can. Now pulse it, tiny movement. That burning is good for you. Okay, let it go. Whew. That was getting super duper hard. Okay, we're gonna just stretch here for a second. So keep your legs bent with your feet on the floor. Let the knees go one way and then the other way. It's a really nice little massage for your outer glutes that you just worked. It should feel good anyways. Okay, so we're gonna rock and roll our body upwards. So straighten out your legs, come all the way up, grab your heavy weights for chest presses, and then we're gonna transition to flies. So you might use a slightly lighter weight when we do a fly. So get both close by. And let's start with our flies. So legs are bent, you're lying, let's start with our presses. Weights centered over the chest, not the face. So move them forward if they were over your face. Look at your wrists and make sure they are neutral. Elbows come down till the back of the arms touch the floor, and then you press back up. Bring the weights together at the top so they touch, and then open back out. Slowly lower the arms and keep that going. You have 12 more to do. You choose your pace. Keep that belly working. Okay, pick your legs up directly towards the ceiling. Hold your weights over your chest. Make an upside down V with your weights. So your palms are sort of facing each other a little bit. When you lower the elbows down, they're just 45 degrees out from the body, and then you press them back up. Now, if you're not feeling the tummy, move your feet a little more forward. So you feel that tightness, hit the belly, keep it down, and do 12 of these presses. If you don't feel the tummy, you got to move those feet further forward. Okay, when you've done your 12, put them down. We're going to start flies. So I'm switching weights. You do the same if it's necessary. So now we start with our feet on the ground, our legs are bent. You open nice and wide, and then you come back. So you're trying to be like you're hugging a big old tree. So the back of the arms should be hitting the floor. Just a micro bend in the elbows. Squeeze your chest as you bring those weights together at the top. Okay, hold your weights up at the top, pick your feet up. So they're going directly up towards the ceiling, flex them, move them forward till you feel that stomach wake up. Oh, I gotta do something. Hold your arms the way they are, lower the right leg, just halfway down and make a circle with it. It's a little bit of work for your hip flexors, but it's always a good idea to keep those little tiny muscles strong. Change directions. And pick that leg back up. Lower the left halfway and make your circle. It's not big. Go the other way. Put both feet on the floor with your legs bent. Connect your weights so they're touching. Your palms are facing. We're going to do 7 slow lat pulls. So you slowly bring the weights back behind you with your arms straight and your ribs down. Sink them and then come back up. Just 7 really good ones. Those arms want to bend, so pay attention to them. You're better off limiting your range of motion and keeping the arms straight than anything else. Okay, when you've done your 7, separate the weights shoulder width and give me 7 tricep extensions. So bending at the elbow, straightening the arm back up. Try to really resist it coming down. And on your last one, you're going to put the weights down. You're going to give our hands a little break again. You're going to work your core. So I want you to lie down, bend your legs, flex your feet. So you got a 90-degree angle. Now your arms are just going to chill out on the floor. You're going to sink your belly. That bowling ball, Sean, threatens to drop on you. You got to suck that belly in. Keep it nice and tight and down. Same with your ribs. And just move your heels out. Push your heels out maybe 3 or 4 or 5 inches. Now you're working a lot harder to brace the spine. Keep doing that. So you got no space between that low back, or at least if you do, you're working actively to press it down. Now pick your arms up, palms face each other. They're going straight up towards the ceiling. If you want to make this a bit harder, you can take your arms backwards, maybe 6 or 8 inches. So they're far from the floor, but they're not straight up to the ceiling. Okay, relax. Take your legs all the way down to a straight leg. Take your arms all the way back. Point your toes, reach for the back of the room. Okay, clasp your fingers together, pick your head up, tuck your chin. You're going to bring your left knee in towards you, just using your muscle. You're going to lift up into a crunch. Now pick your right foot 4 inches up off the floor. So you got your left knee driving in and your right foot off the floor. That leg is locked out straight. And then put that head down, put the leg down, extend your left leg out, bring your right knee in, get back into that crunch. Now pick your left foot up off the floor. You're just holding. But what you're doing while you're holding is you're trying to crunch even more. Pull the knee in closer. And then release it. You're going to repeat this 2 more times on each side. So crunch up, left knee in, right foot up. So your chin is tucked. You shouldn't be feeling this in your neck. You should be feeling this in your transverse abdominis muscles. Relax. Whew. Right knee in. Sorry, yeah, right knee in, left leg up. Crunch it up. Using muscle, don't pull your head. You want to work that right knee in and your shoulder blades up. And relax. Whew. Left knee in, crunch up, right leg up. Pull the knee in closer. And then release. Okay, that's enough. Take the arms back behind you. Point your toes, big, huge stretch. Okay, bring the arms forward. We're going to do that Sean exercise only because it's good for us. So let's have the smallest bend in the leg that you can have. Turn your toes in to touch. Your feet started at hip width and squeeze your knees. Now, while you're squeezing your knees, I want you to press your heels down into the floor. So what that does is it just activates, makes it a lot more intense. Keep it. And now adding on, isometrically pull the heels towards your butt. Hold this very strong knee squeeze. Fingertips only on the floor with your arms long. Pick your butt up. And hold the squeeze. It's all about the squeeze. Five more seconds. You're only doing this one time. 4, 3, 2, let it go. Back to that full body stretch. Okay, rock and roll yourself back up. We're going to do a little low back release. So dive between the legs, keep them straight, elbows down, and just breathe here with your spine in flexion. Should feel really good. Okay, sit yourself up onto your feet. We're going to start out with some bicep curls. So I want you to try to use 2 different sets of weights here for this. All we're going to concentrate on are the biceps. So when you progress weights, you try to do as many as you can with good form and then go to a lighter weight. So I'm going to do one at a time because this is pretty heavy for me. But you could do 2 if you don't have super duper challenging weights. Just do 2 at a time. Just give me a regular old bicep curl. When you can't do them anymore, you're going to pick up a lighter weight and you're going to keep going. So right now, excuse me, we're starting out just with a regular curl. I'm working the full range. That's really important. Let the arm fully extend before you start again. And you pick a pace that's good for you. You might be going way quicker than me, and that's fine. When you feel like you're really compromising your form, that's when you switch to a different weight. And keep going. So make sure those elbows stay nice and close to the body. A lot of times when people do bicep curls, they let the elbows come forward. You want to keep the elbows under the shoulders and close to the side of your body. If you want to alternate, you can. Really try to keep the movement nice and smooth. I'm going to shoot for about 5 or 6 more. And then we're going to do one arm extensions, or sorry, one arm kickbacks. Working the opposing muscle, why not? We're here, right? Get it done, get it all done. Keep that chest nice and proud. It's all about posture. Okay. I'm going to put one of my weights down. I'm going to start with my right arm. So I'm going to give myself a staggered stance. I've got my left foot forward, my right one back, but I have both my heels on the floor. So I'm going to put my left hand on my front leg. I'm going to get my elbow nice and high and get right into my kickbacks. You want to try to get that arm fully extended and not have the movement be jerky. Try not to over squeeze that weight. Ah, there's so much to think about. What are you doing with that belly? You pulling it in? I hope so. You got a little bend in that front leg, right? Back leg is straight. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. Whenever you're ready, get the other side going. Keep the chest nice and proud and keep your shoulders nice and square. No swinging of the weight. It's not a swing. It's a weight. You got to lift it back there. Keep your grip on that weight as loose as you can without it falling. Okay, that's it for me. Back to one of your heaviest weights in your right hand. You're going to kickstand that right foot. We're going to come down, single leg deadlift. Foot is straight in the back. Take the weight as low as you can and then come up with control. Do 5 on this leg, 5 on the other leg, and then we get to stretch. Slow. Think of the movement. Whoops, it's hard to talk. Think of the movement as very smooth and fluid. So same pace down as up. And sometimes it's hard to slow it down on the way up, but that's what you try to do. And when you've done those 5, just switch hands and legs and get going on the other side. Nice. Okay. That was fun. Okay, we're starting out with a pyramid stretch. So, left foot forward, right leg back. Both legs are straight, right? Both heels are down. Start to walk your spine down without rounding your back. Take it as low as you can, and then just hang out in that spot. Try to relax your neck. When you're ready, go into spinal flexion. So you're literally folding over your front leg. Should feel really good. You're looking through your legs to the back of the room. Don't keep the head up. So with that front leg nice and straight, take your hands back onto your shin, lifting up to a long spine. Hold on that spot. And now walk your hands up your leg. Step your back foot in and just switch over to the opposite side. So you take your feet as far apart as you can, with both heels remaining on the floor. Come on down, spine long. Okay, fold over that leg, totally unweight the body over the leg. If you can, just hang out there and breathe. So try not to offset some of that weight into your hands and arms. You want to keep the torso folded over the leg. It's a pretty intense stretch when you do it that way. Okay, inhale, look up, hands back to your shin. Now your spine is long again. Walk your hands up your leg and step your other foot back in. So, a little bit of a balance challenge here while we stretch. You're going to take your right foot, cross it over the left, and start to hip hinge and come all the way down with your feet close together. Try to drift those hips backwards. So we're targeting the outside of the left leg. Make sure the head's relaxed. Hang out here and breathe. Hold right over the legs without offsetting any of the weight into the hands, if you can. Now bring your hands to heart and slowly take it back up. Really slow, like slow motion. And then uncross, and we're going to go over the other way. So pull down, pushing the hips backwards. You're going to let your back go into flexion, fingers to the floor. Once you're there, try not to put weight into your hands. Keep trying to shift your weight backwards. Inhale to a flat back. Hands to heart, come up really slowly. Putting equal weight in both feet. Nice. Uncross. You're going to take your feet to the width of the mat. You're going to shift the hips to the right. As far as you can. Take your left hand down to your leg and sweep the right arm straight up to the ceiling. So straight up from the shoulder. So you're getting the inner thigh stretching a little bit. Now you're going to get your side body because you're going to take it over even more. But you're still focusing on lengthening the arm. Bring that arm back down. Come up with your torso. Shift your hips the other way. Take this right hand down to the leg and this left arm straight up. So you're really trying to wiggle those hips to the side so you feel the inner thigh. Now take the arm over. Nice little side body stretch. And back up with the arm, back to the side. Bring those hips back up. One big deep breath here. Reach for the ceiling. And bring your hands to heart. Thank you so much for your power and strength. Go have a fabulous day. Why not, right? It's Halloween. Woohoo!